Hello Internet, God is love, and I'm Nigel Winters, bringing you interesting news in TV, video games, and movies from last week. Let's do this! So if any of you are like me and are fans of the tabletop role-playing game Dungeons & Dragons, but find yourself wondering, why are my friends not at my house right now? I want to play Dungeons & Dragons, but they're all across the country. That's really sad, but I want to play with them now. If you find yourself thinking that Skype is a little too lacking for you, well, I have a solution for you. Altspace VR, a VR development company, has partnered with Wizards of the Coast to bring you Dungeons & Dragons in virtual reality. You put on your VR headsets and you play as a robotic avatar who has minifigs and a map and everything, and you can have a dungeon master. There are ways to share your roles with everyone. There's a 2D web browser for you to look up all your rules. It also helps keep track of your stats and everything. It's literally Dungeons & Dragons, but in 3D and in VR. Weird concept, but I think it's actually a little cool. I would totally use it. Only downside, you kind of need the Oculus Rift right now, and they're only selling developer kits for the Oculus Rift. But next year, Oculus is planning on releasing a consumer version of their product, so hopefully we can all be playing this, and that would be really cool. So if you like Nintendo products, but wish that they were being sold at more of a discount, don't worry, Nintendo is selling refurbished items that they themselves have refurbished on eBay. They now have an official eBay store. You can buy directly from them, and you also get a 1-year warranty on all of your purchases. We have a little bit more information about Twilight Princess HD on the Wii U. Specifically, Nintendo's Swedish website shows that not only can you play it with the gamepad, but you can also play it with remote and nunchuck. It was the first Zelda game that allowed you to use such controls, the motion controls, which were pretty fun, if a little clunky most of the time. The new season of Game of Thrones coming out very soon, well, they've run out of material. They've gone through all the books so far, and now they're going into territory where they know what's generally supposed to happen in the remaining books, but Martin hasn't released anything yet. Well, George R. R. Martin has about 90 days to release a manuscript to his publisher Random House for them to then sell it. From the time Martin gave his manuscript to Random House's publisher for A Dance with Dragons and to the time it was actually being sold was about 7 weeks, which raises serious questions about the editorial quality that Random House is putting into George R. R. Martin's works. But nevertheless, if they maintain that schedule, he has 90 days before the new season of Game of Thrones comes out, which is in April of next year, specifically April 24th. So, Mr. Martin, sir, if you could hurry, that would be fantastic. Sun, now Oracle, used to brag that Java ran everywhere. It was running on 1 billion devices, then 2 billion devices, now 3 billion devices. It ran on everything from your smart TV to your cell phone to your modern smartphone, embedded devices, desktop applications, your web browser. Java was everywhere. Well, we can add one more device that Java has conquered, and that's the Sega Genesis. I know, that's really kind of mind-blowing, isn't it? A man named Mike Cohn wrote a demo for the Sega Genesis completely in Java, then wrote extensions for the Java Grinder project, which takes your compiled Java and turns it into assembly language, which then he used a Genesis assembler to create the machine code from his Java code. It's kind of crazy to think about, but Java, a language primarily designed to run on desktops and maybe sometimes embedded applications if they're strong enough, is now running on the Sega Genesis, a device that was released almost more than 20 years ago. I find that really cool. So that's some news in terms of TV, video games, and movies from last week. It's been kind of a slow news week. Was there anything that I missed that just went completely over my head that you guys thought I should have covered? And since here in the United States, it's Thanksgiving, I want to wish you all happy Thanksgiving. And what are you doing for Thanksgiving? I'm going home, see my parents, have some turkey, and do a lot of work. Anyway, happy Thanksgiving. Adje Quadrachus.